Hi, welcome to HeKate's Crossing to another Learning Tarot video. Right, okay, so you can see that I've pulled out the wands or the fire in the Angel Tarot here. And I've split them into two piles. We've got 8 Ace to 7 and then 8 to the Page, Knight, Queen and King. So the court cards are 14. Okay, so we're going to split the two piles. Now we're going to put the 8s to the kings aside. We don't want them just yet. We're going to look at the aces to start with. Okay, so we see the ace in the Rider-Waite Smith. It's a wand and he's holding it in his hand. There's clouds, there's background, there's nature in the background, there's a mountain, some trees, some grass, etc. So we can see all that. We've got new growth coming off. Okay, so we look at the Ace of Fire, which is the same as the Ace of Wands, and we have a look at the imagery, and we see that there's a young fairy here, and he's got his wand, he's holding in his arm with his arms folded, the wand's on his back, got his arm folded, and he's smiling. He's got some flowers, looks like there's a castle, there's a building in the background, it could be a castle of some sort in the background there. And it says here, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, and change your life now. Okay, so you get that. That's interesting. So we can look at that. Okay, so let's put the number 1 aside. Next, we're going to look at number 2. So we see that there's a guy standing here. He's got his hat. He's got the world in what looks like the world's in his hands. He's standing on the edge of what looks like a balcony. He's looking out into the sea, maybe. Could be an ocean or it could be a lake of some sort, definitely a water. There's some mountains in the background, there's some houses down below him, there's some trees. He's wearing a hat, he's got a robe over him or a cloak, he's got some boots there. So interesting looking at that concept. So then we got to look at the 2 of Fire. Okay, so we look and we see, okay, 2 of Fire. You got 2 guys here with a dragon of some sort. Okay, and they've got wands. One's in his hand, the other one's on his back. There's some flowers and things. It says you've come into your own. You've got new partnerships or contracts coming in, and you continue to move forward. It gives you a little bit of a different perspective here, because this one looks like there's just one person, and this one is 2 people. So it could give you a little bit of a different feeling, a different idea, a different perception and what the cards could mean, but it gives you an idea of what the 2 of Wands could mean in a reading. Okay, so it's not looking at, yes, this is a definite what the cards mean. It's a possibility of what the cards could mean in a reading. Have a look here. It could give you a different perspective, a different viewpoint, a different option to look at when doing a reading. It just gives you an idea about what it means. Okay, card number 3, you've got this guy, he's standing here, he's got his back, looks like he's got his back to you, he's looking ahead, he's got 3 wands here, he's looking out to the ocean, there's a ship sailing there somewhere. Looks like he's standing on the edge. There's mountains behind, on the other side of the river there. Could be a river of some sort. So interesting. And this one here, you can see, again, you've got this sense, it's a dragon looking out over the water's edge. There's mountains in the background. Well, maybe it's not water. Maybe it's a valley of some sort. Or maybe that could be a water's edge. Could be browny water that's swirling around. So anyway, the keywords are abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. And it's about making long-term plans. So it gives you an idea of what 3 of Fire or 3 of Wands could mean. Okay, but have a look at the imagery, and what does the image tell you? What's the differences? How do they make you feel? When you look at this card or when you look at this card, how does it make you feel? So it's about being in the moment with the card and knowing that it can change. The meanings can change depending on your questions, your layout, Let's look at your Four of Wands. So Four of Wands here, you've got some people celebrating or something going on here. Does seem to be sort of a connection of some sort. There's a castle in the background. There's 4 wands here with a wreath over it. Looks like they're standing on the other side. Looks like there's more people in the background here. And with this one here, you've got, looks like a dragon sort of in the doorway, in the portal, with some wands on either side. And it talks about contentment, peace and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. Okay, so interesting combination of thoughts and ideas about what the cards could mean. Let's look at number 5. Now 5, it looks like there's a battle going on. Is it a game? Is it serious? Is it really hard out fighting? Or is it just a game for fun? Etc. So there we just got the 5 wands here. Nothing sort of showing too much. It looks a little bit sort of pippish in a way with the Angel Tarot. But the keywords are competing goals, bothersome details, and conflict with others. So it gives you an idea of what the card could mean. So let's have a look at number 6. Here we've got someone riding a horse. Looks like they're celebrating of some sort. There's some wands going in there. There is a crowd on the other side. They're looking straight ahead. The horse seems to have turned their head slightly. On this one, he seems to be sort of riding quite fast. Does seem to sort of being quite movement. There is people on either side with wands as well. Some flags in the air. And it talks about victory, good news is on its way, public recognition and awards. So it gives you an idea of what that card could mean in a reading. So next we've got 7. Okay, so we're looking at the last card here. So 7 of Wands is talking about battles. Looks like there's a conviction, he's standing up for himself. He's got a whole lot of wands facing him, that sort of thing. Here you've got someone who's on a dragon in the air, looks like they're going into battle sort of thing with a wand. It says defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground and choose your battles wisely. So that's an interesting combination of cards. So let's pull one card from the Angel Tarot and let's pull one card from... So you're just doing it with these cards here. You're not going into a whole lot. Okay, so I've got 7 of Wands here that pulled out. And let's shuffle here. And we've got the 5 of Wands in this one. So we know it's about conflicts and maybe that conflict is with others, and maybe we have to stand up for ourselves in some way. So it sort of gives you that idea of what the cards could mean. It's interesting to sort of get the 2 different cards that have the similar meaning into it. And you can just practice and practice that, go through and just think, okay, so what does this card mean? Without looking too closely at the meanings, but it just gives you an idea with the keywords on it, and then it gives you an idea of, maybe it helps you remember what other cards and things come up. So just keep practicing that with these first cards. So here we've got 2 of Fire, which talks about you're coming into your own. You've got new partnerships and contracts and coming into movement. So it definitely feels so there's opportunities arising. Now let's have a look and see what card we get here. So we've got the Ace of Wands here, which tells us that there's a new beginning. Or there's a breakthrough. There's a possibility of something coming. So again, you've got that you're coming into your own. You've got new part, and it tells you to continue moving forward because it's a new beginning in whatever's going on for you. It just gives you an idea. Mucking around, I'm not going into a whole lot of detail, but I just want you to practice your own thoughts, your own opinions, your own connections to your cards and what it means for you. So once you've sort of practiced and practiced, you're then going to do that with the second lot of wands. Tomorrow you'll do it with the second lot of wands. We're not going to do them today. You can do it yourself. Go through, have a look at the keywords, have a look at the cards, look at the similarities, look at the differences, and see if you can just sort of practice. I'm not going to do it for you. It's totally up to you what you do from here on. You could go through and do the same with the next lot of suits. Do it with your cups, do it with your or water, do it with your swords, your air, do it with your earth cards, your pentacles. You know, that's for your own journey. This is just an idea to give you ideas and tools for you to be able to work through these cards in different ways to develop in your own way. So really get to know these cards, get to know what they mean for yourself, write up your own reference books, and learn them yourself. I'm not going to do it all. I'm not going to show you all. It's all about your own journey. This is just one way to look at the cards. And get to know the cards over a couple of days. You know, do the first 7 and then the next 7. Then when that's all done, then you've got all the cards all together. Then you can shuffle them all up, mix them all up, and just use the wands for a reading. Okay, so you want to know about a creative project. You want to know about a love relationship. What does wands mean when it comes up in a relationship? What does wands mean when it comes up in a career or money situation? It comes up in your day. What does it mean? So just keep shuffling, choosing, whether you choose 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards. Just go through and practice, 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 and what they mean. So yeah, just go through, have a look at what the angel cards mean, have a look and see what the Rider-Waite-Smith type cards mean, and just work it out for yourself. Practice, practice, practice. That's what it's all about. You know, it's really important for you to just practice, practice, practice. What do the cards mean when you look at them? What is the images? That sort of thing. Okay, so that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on your channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Blessed be.